Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. I have another Kamen Rider X8 review for you today. This is Level Up Rider Series 16 Simulation Gamer. As you can see here on the front, it is kind of a battleship with arms and legs. The kind of tower of the battleship is kind of making like a head look there on the front. But basically this is the armor for the level 50 form for Kamen Rider Snipe. Uses the Gear Dual Gashat Beta to become Kamen Rider Snipe level 50 with Bang Bang Simulations. Kind of see the pictures there on the top. Not really much going on there on the bottom. On the side, again, it just kind of shows the armor, Snipe by himself, and then them combined together. Pretty cool picture there on the side. And then on the back, again, just kind of typical fare, shows Snipe with the armor, and then combined together. So I like it a lot. I kind of like this. I love the captain's hat. I think that's a nice touch. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this guy out of the packaging and we'll take a closer look. So right out of the box, here are the pieces that you get. You get the little version of the driver that actually has the Gashat Gear Dual Beta right in there. Very cool. And then you get this kind of main section, which has the captain's hat hidden underneath. And then you get these two halves of the top of the deck of the battleship. So obviously you're just going to peg these two together. And I didn't see the first time how they have that like frowning teeth. I think that's absolutely hilarious. The red line here kind of serves as like a visor, and then you have that angry grimace face. Very hilarious. Now if you come here, you can see how there's kind of these little half cylinders on each side. And that's going to slide into these half cylinder little spots right here and here. And then you literally just drop this on top and it just kind of loosely pegs in, but really just kind of sits there. And then you have the little monster form. You can bring these out as hands. These can swivel as feet. But pretty simplistic, but really hilarious. Like I said, I love the eyes and the grimace mouth there. So he just kind of flies in all angry. Got a ton of firepower. Got guns on the hands, feet here in the chest. And I have to say they did a pretty nice job with the detail on the planes. The black on the deck is nicely painted. It doesn't like run into the gray of the planes at all, and they have some nice detail molded in, so I appreciate that. I think it looks pretty cool. But that's pretty much it for this form. Again, you have a little bit of articulation back and forth there, and a little bit of articulation here. There's a little swivel right where my finger is. But yeah, it's definitely a fun little form, a little monster robot form. I think it's pretty cool. And then, of course, you get the little driver. But let's go ahead, we'll bring Snipe in, and we'll get this combined up. Alright, so here is Kamen Rider Snipe. Gonna go ahead and take his cape off like we usually do when we're combining him with armors. And I'm going to pop the driver off so we can put the new driver on. Very easy, just pop one off, pop the next one on. So there we go. Going to take this, remove the top section just as easily as we put it on the first time. Turn this upside down, pop up the captain's hat. You're going to want to kind of just get these out of the way, the arms, just for the time being. You can see the tab right here where my finger is, and that's just going to tab in to the tabs on the back of his shoulders there. For a second, it seemed like the head on the back here was up too far, but I guess it's down as far as it'll go. So this just comes over, and that tabs right in like that. Very simple. Move these out of the way, and then you can kind of put the captain's hat as close to the front of the face as it will go. Now, unfortunately, this doesn't really have another way like to tab into the abdomen like Fantasy Gamer does, and I kind of wish it did, but it still fits pretty nicely. And again, the captain's hat does not go as far back as I would like. I kind of wish that went a little farther back, because it kind of, I'm gonna maybe switch that off to the side a little bit. I don't know. It just doesn't work as fantastically as I wish it did. Yeah. But then what you're going to do, I digress, take this, split it apart, and you can see there's a long peg on both sides, and that's going to peg into the arms. So you can do it, the directions show you to peg it in like this. There we go. So that he can hold it up like that. And then you can see all the crazy firepower that this guy has, because it is a lot. You can bring these back in for the shoulders. Then you have, well, I should say the shoulders, the kind of the biceps, and then the hands. So he's got a lot of firepower. I'm going to get in a little bit closer so you can see this a little bit better. I really do like the captain's hat. I think that looks fantastic. Like I said, I wish it was a little bit closer to the head, but that's kind of a running problem with these armors for the Level Up Rider series. But I do like it. Definitely a lot of firepower. And I think this looks really cool as well for the arms here. But there is something he does on the show, and I want to see that the toy can do it. I can't imagine it couldn't, but we'll find out for sure. He will bring his arms together on the show. So you'd have to take these off and put them on upside down according to the directions. And I don't know if this is going to work or not. I might want to move these bicep cannons kind of out of the way. But I know he does this on the show, and I kind of hope it's possible. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking it's not. As you can see, he can't really bring those together. I'm wondering if I took this top section off, just for a little bit more clearance, I still don't think you could. Yeah, even if you brought, like, you know, as close as you possibly could, he unfortunately still can't get them to connect like he does on the show. On the show, he'll completely form the battleship again, but you can't really do that. I'm trying to see even with bicep swivels, and because they're pegged into the forearms, I don't really see a way to make it happen. That's about as close as you can get. So that's kind of a bummer. But I have to say, I really do like the look of them on here like this. I just wish I could simulate him bringing them together, because he does that on the show. It's kind of like, if anyone remembers, what it really reminds me of. Do you guys remember Beast Wars Cheetor? His transmetal form? On the show, he would bring his, because he kind of had the head of the cheetah, the transmetal cheetah, on the side of his arm. And in the show, he would bring his hands together to form the head of the cheetah, and then he would shoot lasers out of it. But the toy couldn't really do that. You couldn't, it just didn't have the posability and the articulation to get it over there to do that. And this is kind of the same way. Still looks cool. I still like this a lot. But he just can't put them together, which is kind of a bummer. But overall, I do like the look of this a lot, especially the captain's hat. That's a personal favorite of mine. So I really like Simulation Gamer a lot. The nice thing about these armors when they sell them on their own like this, they're only about, $10 to $12 before shipping, depending on where you pick them up. So they're very affordable. It's definitely a nice extra thing to add to your figure if you have a lot of these figures, or even if you just have one, because all of the figures in this line can work with any armor. Might be a little bit more difficult. You might have to take some pieces off, but they all work. So that's kind of a nice thing. If you can only afford one figure, and then you could just buy all of the armors, so that way you can get a lot of cool different looks for the guy. Very fun line. I definitely like it a lot. And this one's definitely one of my favorites. I really enjoyed Fantasy Gamer as well, and I really like Simulation Gamer. I think the little battleship robot, when the armor is just kind of assembled on its own, is a lot of fun. I love the look of the armor on Snipe, especially with that captain's hat mask. I think that's fantastic. So yeah, definitely one of my, I wouldn't say favorite ones, but it's towards the top of the list as far as these armors go. I think Fantasy Gamer and Simulation Gamer have definitely been a little bit better than, say, Robot Gamer or Beat Gamer. Those are just a little bit blockier and a little bit clunkier, whereas I think these just look a lot cooler in both forms. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, though. I want to hear your opinions. Please like and share this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you guys have enjoyed this look at Simulation Gamer Level Up Rider 16 from Kamen Rider X-Aid. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.